don't know me yet, I don't think that's anybody yet. This is me. I'm Bob. I'm a developer, and you have here my uh, contacts on social networks. You can follow each other or connect or follow, whatever. And about 1 year and a month ago, I started this thing called Special Tech Meetup. It's here today because of it. And I'm going to take a minute to say that it's been one incredible year. I've started this to meet with developers from Brasov, and I managed to do that. I met more than 100 developers from various languages. Um, Sorry, I'm so nervous. Been over a year that I've been here in front of you, um, so a lot of developers, all the languages, from DB admins to marketing to SEO to project management, everything. It was great. I mean, I learned a lot from all the experience that were presented here on stage, and that was great. So thank you for that. Um, but along with all these cool things, there were other things that also happened. Uh, every month, I think that I receive like 10 or 20 uh, questions about, hey, I want to send a newsletter to your group and tell them about this great job that we have in our company. I was like, okay, don't do that. Don't forward your email. I'm sure that nobody got an email for the job request. Um, but this kind of request came from different companies, whether it was a new startup that was looking for, I don't know, 5 developers to start um, their team here, or uh, maybe a multinational that was opening a new office and they were looking like 10 or 50 developers to hire. So, so very different kind of requests that were coming in. Um, but at the same time, I got a chance to talk to you. Some of you guys that changed their position or um, I don't know, switch companies or just join the company for the first time. And there are some from you guys. What are the things that uh, make you choose a company or make you choose a job? So I'm going to talk about that and going to take out the obvious. Okay, everybody goes for salaries. Yes and no. Uh, I realized that locally there is a top level that you can reach. It's hard to go beyond that. But sure, I mean, for if we're talking about the junior, yeah, it all depends where you're starting from. If you're starting from base salary, then yeah, you can fold your salary 5 times till you get to senior, and maybe not in the same company, because growing curve is like that. It's got to slow down. So that's when a point when if you change company, yeah, you'll get a higher salary. Or there are moments in time that new company joins comes into town and says, okay, we're going to hire anybody and we're going to pay whatever they are asking for. Yeah, okay. Some people will go, but always think about who you know there and whether it will make you happy. Because not every company does that. Success recognition. That's something that uh, almost everybody mentioned to me when they were changing jobs or they were changing companies. When I'm talking about success recognition, it's not about your boss knowing that you're the best in the team. That's low level. Success recognition means going to a shop with your friends and having the guy at the counter tell you, "Hey, you built that app, or you did that thing I saw, I don't know, Facebook, whatever, the newspaper." Yeah, doesn't happen too much, but it's something that sorry, I'm just too nervous. Um, it's something that indeed can make you change your current workplace and the environment that you're in. So, uh, and the second part that I found in most of the discussion that we had was the company culture. Um, whether they um, recognize your success and you being valuable to them and not being just another guy that they can throw out the door and have another 10 developers that they can hire. Uh, internal culture also means that when you're going to job interview, if you only have one meeting, that company doesn't have a company culture. You have to talk to at least 3 or 4 guys. You have to know who you're going to work with. If you don't know that company culture, everybody else around you was hired just like you. So nobody cares about whether you fit in there or not, just like they didn't care about the other guys. So that's uh, another point that it came out of the discussions with you. And with these two ideas in mind, success recognition and company culture, I managed to build a platform which was named Rewards. Its its goal is to um, help, or I don't know, not help because that already happens, but it should already happen. Is to come as a confirmation of the company's internal culture and uh, success recognition policies. Um, this is who we are targeted um, for companies that have an internal culture that is oriented to the team, developing the team, and improving each and every member, recognizing their success, and helping them improve not only for the job, but also for everything that they do on their own time, whether it's sports or um, I don't know, everything you can do, family time, vacation. That's it will be a boost in these values of the company. And we want to do this by offering exclusive rewards packages for the employees. And not just for the employees. We also want to do it for the business, but this is just a bonus point. Right now, most of the companies that have this kind of benefits, they call it, in their system, are using maybe email or internal document somewhere in their VPN or private server. So it's really hard to have access to it. Or who knows, maybe you forget about it. And we want to take a step further in this matter, but not just yet. We're planning to have that happen from the mobile phone. And because we started with a conversation about how to build a startup and what it takes to do it, since this is more about selling than technology, I asked myself, okay, but how do we do this? And I got the answer from a MOOC that I followed online. It was these 3 things that you had to do. It was focus, focus, focus. So that's what we did too. We took these 3 things and we put it in everything that we do, from technology that we use, from sales point of view, and from business point of view. So we're not using normal tools for selling, but we are using tools that developers made for developers. This helps our selling team that doesn't do much technology, doesn't know much about technology, accommodate with the culture that target audience has. So we're using Trello. The top part is the part about development. Middle one is about business plan. The lower one part is about sales. Now, I'm not going to go into details about the development part. These boards were inspired by interesting posts can be found online. I can share the link with. The interesting part is how we managed to do the business part and the sales team. I mean, I'm not going to share too much of the sales team, but oops, lost the connection. The market segmentation is, for those of you that are not familiar, market segmentation means who does your product, who's your product specific to? What's your target? So it's assuming that you take all the industries that you can tackle, you list them in, then you go into each of them and do some sort of segmentation like this, and based on the market and the market segment. We only took IT software because that's what we're focusing on. We only care about IT software right now. We know that the market is made of companies that are agencies or outsourcing, and there's also product owners. And we want to focus more on product. But this doesn't mean that agency is excluded. Then we took the next step of the segmentation was splitting them into the size of the company and then the type of the user that will benefit from our app. And this is what every user in our organization, whether it's sales or marketing, can access, and they can view it anytime. Each of these cards has a description about why did we choose IT software over PR or engineering, why did we choose product over agency, and each of them, what are their specific points, and how we can improve that, or how do we come into contact with them, what do we bring to the table. So for example, for HR, this is what the card looks, talk about who is the end user, what does he do inside the organization, what is his main responsibilities, and especially how does he use the product, what are his main benefits. These are crucial for our sales team when they go to talk to somebody to why does our product might be able to change the way they do recruiting or help them attract better talent. And the second board that was about our business logic was the end user profile. This is an order version of the board. The end user profile is about taking out all the activities of the user and what does he do. This also helps in sales, okay? From who's the guy that's using our app in the end. That's what we care most. Who will use our app and why would he do it? So we took and split his activities, his location, okay? Then what does he do for work? And we went into deeper details. That's the part that we care more, but what does he do in his spare time? From places that he visits very often to places where he go in vacation, and even on the newer version, I think that we have a separate, right in this one, it's inside online services. We have a section about what phone does he use it, what are the apps that he has installed, and how often he uses it. Sure. Yeah, I mean, it's more interesting what's inside it. Everything that's inside here will help us come with an exclusive offer that will make our end user profile happy about using our app. So this is a sneak peek in our in the way that we use Trello outside of the development team, which is already used it. Our goal is to empower engineer-focused company culture. That's I went a bit too fast. Like I said, I was so nervous, and if you want, we can talk about it. Just give me a sec.